So it appears Gala was not hacked after all. Welcome back to Bearman Crypto, where we talk all things crypto. And in today's video, I just want to talk to you about, really give you an update in terms of what's happened since my last Gala video. So basically, Gala and P Network have both come out with announcements just outlining and reaffirming what happened with the massive panic sale of pGALA and leading to the downfall, even though temporarily, of the Gala token. So this is the statement which was released by Gala Games on the 5th of November, so Saturday just gone. And really, this article was just outlining to everyone what happened in their view. So just the first bit of the article just talks a bit about, it's got links to spider tanks and a recent announcement by Gala themselves. Again, this took a bit of shine, what happened took a bit of shine off of the good things that Gala are doing, but we won't go into that in this specific video. So here basically Gala go into it just to explain exactly what happened. So basically, to start off with, Gala just outlined the fact that pGALA was never something which was being driven by Gala networks. So basically, P Network came up with the idea to create a bridge for Gala over to the BNB smart chain. And obviously in the crypto world, it doesn't work that obviously if someone wants to do something with your token, there's no way of essentially stopping them. So basically, P Network created a bridge over to the BNB smart chain, and this was mid 2021. And what actually transpired is P Network only discovered recently that there was an existing vulnerability in the bridge that they had built, and they go on to outline here that why the bridge occurred. So basically, there was a contract which had a specific vulnerability which arose when they were updating one of their control addresses. So obviously this vulnerability existed for, I think, 61 days according to the article. So it had been around for quite some time, but obviously no one had acted on this. And what Gala Games go on to say is that essentially no one existed, but no one acted on it. So it was actually effectively acting as a loaded bomb, so to speak, until someone had taken any sort of action. You know, it was just sitting there in the background. And what else do they go on to say? So they basically go on to say, once this had been identified by P Network got in touch with Gala. Gala then got in touch with essentially all the other exchanges where Gala is listed. Obviously, Gala token itself is an ERC20 token, so this was only really affecting the pGALA, which is the BNB version of Gala, not the ERC20. So Gala got in touch with the various exchanges, and what they planned to do was essentially halt the network. And what they wanted to do really was what P Network wanted to do was essentially what is called white hat. And white hat, the network, or specifically pGALA, white hat, when you white hat something, that's essentially you exploit any sort of potential vulnerabilities in a program. So basically to iron out all the bugs, or to basically resolve any sort of bugs or identify where they are. So this is what they plan to do by essentially draining the network, which is why Gala got in touch with all these exchanges and said, okay, can you please halt the networks, halt the pGALA on your networks. And again, what they then started to do, what P Network started to do, is essentially drain the pool specifically on pGALA on the BNB smart chain, which obviously because other networks hadn't halted the pGALA on the network, that's what caused the widespread panic. So this is basically what Gala outlined in their article. So what they were essentially saying is this was not a hack. At the same time, P Network released their communication in terms of exactly what happened, and I think this shows what level of respect you can kind of show to P Network for coming out right and outlining exactly what happened. At the same time, they came out with a specific, before they actually went ahead and did this, they outlined exactly what the recovery plan was going to be before going ahead and ironing out the issues with this specific issue on the pGALA. So here, this article is quite useful. The one from P Network, it outlines in detail with specific timelines in terms of what happened last Thursday, which I think is absolutely fantastic. It shows they know what they're doing, and went into quite detailed in terms of the various transactions and the various comms that they had. So it shows a level of credibility there, and they basically outline the meetings that they had with Gala, and Gala get in touch with Binance to make sure that they were aware of it, and it goes on in a lot of detail in terms of how exactly they did it. And here again it talks about the white hat draining of the pancake swap pool, and then further on in this article it then goes on to say exactly what then transpired. And then in addition to that, further on, let's have a look. They outline their specific recovery plan, which is fantastic, because basically they split out their recovery plan into two parts. So basically they took a snapshot before they started draining the pool, and what they've actually recently done, I think it was today, they took another snapshot of the pool again. So this is how they're going to use to basically work out what tokens need to be returned to who. So when there was that massive panic buy and people were trying to buy pGALA because it was tanking, it was basically all for no gain, basically, because they had already taken specific snapshots at a specific point in time, so they know what tokens existed in the system before they started draining the pool. And they go on to say that they took another snapshot again, and then what they'll basically do is reconcile the two and outline how much Gala people are going to be repaid. And here they go on to give specific examples of a couple of scenarios in terms of how that will transpire and how they'll pay that back. I'll put this article in the link in the description of this video, and you can have a read yourself, just for your own education, just to get an understanding of what happened. And again, this is not financial advice. Please make sure you do your own further research before you invest any of your money. But I think it's worthwhile just understanding how these bridges work, and what the risks are, because Gala themselves, obviously this was something which was beyond their control, and P Network are obviously doing everything they can to rectify everything. So I think it's highly commendable. Again, if we have a look, so when these two articles basically came out on Saturday, I think we'd already started to see some price action from Gala. We can see here when the article started coming up, we had a massive spike in Gala. I'll just show you the full picture. So this is where the initial dump happened, and then there was a bit of recovery, and then around the 5th of November when they released those two Medium articles, you can see that the price absolutely rocketed, but now as soon it's basically starting to come back down. And again, this was a fantastic buying opportunity. If you did buy the Gala token, that's the one on ERC, this was a fantastic opportunity to DCA in. I know I did, And I think, you know, it just goes to show the faith. It just reaffirms my faith in this fantastic project. But again, please make sure that you continue to do your own research. I'm just sharing with you what I'm seeing, and I hope you like this type of content. Please make sure you subscribe and hit the like button, and I'll see you in my next video for another update.